Imagine crashing your car on a dark, frozen roadside, talking to a witness, and then vanishing before police arrive, leaving no footprints, no blood, no signs of struggle, nothing. Just gone. That's exactly what happened to Maura Murray. And 20 years later, the case still looks like it's missing a page. On February 9, 2004, 21-year-old nursing student Maura Murray drove from Massachusetts to rural New Hampshire. A few hours later, her car was found crashed into a snowbank on Route 112. A bus driver spoke to her. She insisted she was fine. 7 minutes later, police arrived. Maura was gone. No tracks, no trail, no reason, no explanation. And that's where things start getting weird. Maura Murray wasn't some random runaway. She was smart, athletic, ex-West Point cadet, a nursing student, close with her family. But in the days before disappearing, her behavior shifted. She crashed her dad's car. She was crying at work for reasons nobody understood. She searched online for rental cabins in New Hampshire. She emailed professors saying she'd be gone for a week because of a family emergency. A lie. She packed her dorm room, took out $280 from an ATM, bought alcohol, then vanished. On February 5th, work breakdown. Maura was working a security shift at UMass. At night, she randomly broke down crying. Her supervisor described her as incomplete meltdown mode, but she refused to explain why. Red flag, number 1. February 7th, the first car crash. She visited her dad, borrowed his car, crashed it into a guardrail at 3 a.m. Damage was expensive, and she seemed stressed. Red flag number 2. February 9th, the day she vanishes. Maura emailed her professors. There's been a family emergency. I'll be gone for a week. There was no emergency. She packed her clothes, textbooks, toiletries, almost like she was going on a trip. She withdrew $280 from her bank. She bought boxed wine and liquor. She printed driving directions to Bartlett, New Hampshire, a quiet place she liked. Then she drove north, alone. By 7:27 p.m., a neighbor heard a loud thud. Maura's black Saturn was stuck in a snowbank on Route 112. A school bus driver, Butch Atwood, stopped and talked to her. According to him, she was shaken. Airbags deployed. The car was damaged. She insisted she didn't need help. She said she had already called A, which was a lie. There was no signal there. He drove off and called police. This moment is the last confirmed sighting of Maura Murray. Police arrived around 7:46 p.m., and here's where the case becomes a glitch in reality. Maura was gone. Her car was locked. Her belongings were inside. There were no footprints in the snow, no tracks leading into the woods, no signs she ran, no signs she was taken, no blood. And the timing? She disappeared in a 7-minute window. It was freezing outside. Walking far would leave tracks. There were none. It's like she evaporated. All right, let's break down the 4 theories people still argue about. 1, she ran into the woods. Weak. Some think Maura ran into the forest to avoid DUI charges because she had alcohol in her car. Here's why this theory is trash. There were no footprints. The temperature was below freezing. She'd die fast. Search dogs traced her scent 100 yards, then it just stopped. No body was ever found after massive search teams. If she ran into the woods, she would have been found. She wasn't. 2, she got into a passing car. Possible. No footprints. She got into a vehicle, probably willingly. Maybe. Someone offered help. She accepted a ride. Things went sideways. This explains the lack of tracks and the sudden disappearance. But there's no camera footage, no confirmed car, no witness. Still one of the strongest theories. 3, she planned to escape her life. Mixed. People claim she staged her own disappearance. But that theory collapses fast. She didn't take much cash. No flight tickets. No long-term plan. Her phone never activated again. Her bank account was untouched. You can't start a new life with $280 and a wrecked Saturn. 4, local abduction. Strong. This is the most disturbing and probably the most realistic theory. Why? Because locals knew that stretch of road was isolated. Her scent stopped suddenly, suggesting she was lifted into a car. There were no defensive signs, No tracks. She vanished too fast. A predator or someone familiar with the area could have picked her up before police arrived. This theory fits everything. The area where she vanished, the White Mountains side roads, had multiple unsolved cases, shady locals, drug routes, abandoned cabins, bad visibility, terrible winter weather. Perfect hunting ground for someone with bad intentions. And Maura? Young, alone, shaken from a crash. She was vulnerable, and the environment was ruthless. Maura Murray didn't just disappear. She was erased. No footprints, no struggle, no calls, no body, just a car in a ditch, and a missing girl who shouldn't have vanished as cleanly as she did. 20 years later, nobody knows what happened. But whatever it wasn't normal. If you want more disturbing true crime breakdowns, stick around. This rabbit hole goes deeper than you think.